You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, Young and the Restless fans. I have got your 2-week spoilers for January 20th all the way to the 31st. Claire is desperate for redemption, and Nikki is going to be really mad at her husband. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following, please click that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Monday, January 20th, no new Young and the Restless. We have inauguration coverage on all of the network channels, so you're going to have to hold off one day to wait on your next Young and the Restless episode. Tuesday, January 21st, Nick and Chance get a lead, and they are heading over to Ian's hotel room, and they're going to find another lead there. So they've been wondering about whether he has a co-conspirator and who it was, and Tessa said that Ian was trying to make a reservation for a party of 2, not like he was really going to show up with Jordan, though. But it's no secret that they know where Ian is staying, and soon they'll figure out a woman was staying there, too. Nikki also on Monday tells her daughter and granddaughter Jordan is an ongoing threat to their family as long as she is alive. Claire agrees and wants to go ahead and plan the details of Jordan's murder, including the where and when, and it looks like Nikki is inspired and takes Victoria and Claire with her to check out something. But it turns out Victor's eavesdropping on them. Looks like he may stalk his wife, daughter, and grandkid. The question is how much he overheard, because he is very suspicious. Also, Claire meets with Jordan on Monday. She invites her great aunt over to the house where she currently lives with Victoria on the ranch property and works very hard to get Jordan to believe she can be trusted, but it looks like she convinces her. Wednesday, January 22nd, Victoria sits with Nikki, very worried. She knows Claire is meeting with Jordan and obviously is concerned about her safety. Victoria, if you recall, was the last to agree to this murder plan, and she definitely doesn't like Claire offering herself as bait. So also on Wednesday, Victor decides to lay a trap. It's got to be for either Ian or Jordan, but my money is on Jordan Howard. Plus, Sharon wants to get out of that stanky sewer and away from what feels like certain death. She broke her chain, but then passed out cold from what she assumed was drug in the water that her kidnapper left. And of course, she still does not know who stuck her in the sewer. And there's always the chance that her breaking that chain was a hallucination. It's very hard on some days with Sharon to tell what's real and what is in her brain. Thursday, January 23rd, Tessa may be gullible enough to fall for Ian's lies and manipulations when he approaches her at society. Ian talks about how he's sick with guilt for not treating Mariah right when she was growing up, and Ian admits he tried to turn Mariah bad, but he failed, and it still haunts him, so he's there trying to make amends, but this creep cannot be trusted. Yet Ian asks Tessa to help him. That same day, Mariah is tormented by Ian. Is it simply him talking to her wife or something more diabolical that sets her on edge? And Victor springs his trap. Looks like he catches Jordan because she is cornered good and proper by the mustache. Also, Sharon is at a point where she is near death. Her water is drugged and there's not a lot of it. Looks like she has run out of food. And of course, it is winter in Wisconsin. Is it Illinois? Wisconsin. Illinois is Days of Our Lives. And she's collapsed. Must be freezing. Can't seem to find her way out. Friday, January 24th, Victor calls Nikki onto the carpet asking what was she thinking? Going out and plotting a 3-generation murder scenario with her granddaughter and daughter, all of this to take down Jordan. And, he wants to be the one to do this for her. Something shocks Mariah that she discovers, and I wonder if Ian somehow gets his hands on her wife. Sally has a big surprise for Billy, but will it get his mind off his vendetta, which he plans to launch by taking down Adam? But suddenly, Billy is starting a new phase in his life, so we'll see how that goes and if it really is a fresh start indeed. The week of Wednesday, January 27th through the 31st, we have sweeps kicking off for February. If you didn't know it, February sweeps 2025 is January 30th through February 26th. So this week we are in the last 2 days will be kicking off sweeps. sweeps, which is always high drama. So we'll find out if Billy is going to give up on his vendetta and move on, or will he double down on revenge plans. Victor is quite upset that Nikki promised Claire to keep a secret from him. He wants to insist on total honesty from Nikki so he can keep her safe, but we all know that Victor hides stuff from her even to today. So I don't know if that's a fair ask at all. It looks like Sharon is found, but will it be by a villain or a hero? Nick may be the one to find her. That's certainly who she's been hallucinating, saving her, but Ian is still out there, and she was originally his target along with Phyllis, and Sharon and Phyllis still have a life and death little scenario to play out before all of this is said and done. Meanwhile, Mariah is at the end of her rope, with Ian playing games with her and sniffing around her wife. And I wonder if she'll keep the promise she made to murder Ian if he didn't stay away from Tessa. Also, Chelsea is on eggshells now that she's moving in with Adam. Maybe she's worried he'll make a play for her. Maybe Chelsea's worried that she can't resist it when and if Adam does make a play for her. So I just wonder if she already knows she can't resist him and just hope that he doesn't make a move, or maybe she secretly is. I mean, come on. Have we seen Mark Grossman? Hello. All right. And then with this week, including 2 days of sweeps, by the time the weekends, look for Ian and Jordan's storyline to move by leaps and bounds, as it is going to wrap very soon. And then YR is going to pivot over onto the story of Damien, who of course is Nate's brother. And we've got Amy's fight to stay alive long enough to reconcile with her son, but Nate has told a bunch of lies, so this is going to be really problematic, but he is coming to Genoa City soon, and I think he and Lily might be pretty excited to meet each other. I think they're destined for romance. And the big question in week 2 is whether Ian and Jordan will both survive the coming confrontations. She set him up to go down for Sharon's kidnapping by leaving a trail of evidence, and that has Ian enraged. But don't forget, Jordan is also quite angry and volatile and might like to see Ian burn down.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.